There is something your dog does for you that they do not do for everyone else. Not for the neighbor who always has treats. Not for the visitor who makes a fuss over them. Not even for every person they genuinely like. Only for you. Most owners feel it before they can explain it. The greeting that seems different. The way their dog finds them in a crowded room. The way one look, one voice, one hand reaching down seems to change everything. We call it loyalty. We call it habit. But the truth is deeper than that. Here are 5 things dogs only do for their favorite human. 1. They check for you before they relax. Watch your dog in a room full of people. They move around. They greet others. They accept attention and maybe a few treats. But every so often, something small happens. Their eyes find you. A quick glance across the room. A tiny pause before they settle. A brief moment of locating exactly where you are before going back to whatever they were doing. Most owners miss this completely. It looks too small to matter, but it matters enormously. In dog behavior, that glance has a name. It is called social referencing. Your dog is using you as their emotional reference point for the entire environment. If you are calm, the room feels safer. If you are still there, the situation stays manageable. If your face says there is no threat, their nervous system begins to quiet. This is why your dog can be friendly with 10 different people in the same room and still keep finding your face. They are not asking permission. They are not being needy. They are confirming the position of the person their brain trusts most. That little glance is your dog saying one thing clearly. As long as I can find you, I can relax. 2. They give you the full body greeting. You walk through the door, and something happens that does not happen for anyone else. The tail does not just wag. It pulls the entire back half of the body with it. The shoulders loosen. The whole body curves toward you. Some dogs spin, some bounce. Some produce that full body wiggle that looks as though pure joy has traveled from their nose all the way to the very end of their tail. You have seen your dog greet other people. The tail lifts, the ears perk. There is excitement. It is friendly and warm, but it is not this, and there is a reason for that. When you leave, your dog's world does not end, but something important goes missing from it. The person who regulates the routine, the safety, the emotional temperature of the entire house has gone. So when you return, your dog is not simply pleased to see you. Their body is resetting. The tension that built while you were gone releases all at once. The nervous system exhales. The center of their world has come back. That full body wiggle is not performance. It is not habit. It is what relief looks like when it moves through an entire body. And it only looks that way for you. 3. They bring you their vulnerability. Your dog can bring a toy to anyone. They can roll over for a stranger. They can sit beside a visitor if that visitor seems kind enough. But there are certain moments they save only for you. They fall into a deep sleep beside you. They turn their back toward you. They press their body against yours without asking for anything in return. They let out a long, slow sigh, and every muscle softens. Most owners barely notice these moments. They seem too quiet, too ordinary. But in the animal world, vulnerability is expensive. A relaxed body is a risk. A turned back is a risk. Deep sleep is a risk. Every ancient survival system inside your dog understands that being defenseless near the wrong creature can be fatal. So when your dog chooses to be completely defenseless beside you, their body is saying what their mouth never could. I do not need to guard myself here. This is one of the clearest signs of a favorite human bond. Not the loud moments, not the obvious excitement, the quiet ones. The dog who curls beside you and finally exhales. The dog who rests their head on your foot without asking for anything. That is not laziness. That is not just comfort. That is trust becoming physical. 4. They study your movements before you make them. You shift slightly on the sofa. Your dog lifts their head. You take one particular breath and they are already standing. You reach for a certain pair of shoes and they know the entire story before your hand has even touched the door. It can feel almost supernatural, but it is not magic, it is attention. Dogs are extraordinary readers of human micro-movements. They learn the tiny sequences that come before meaningful events. The glance toward the hallway, the change in your breathing, the way your weight shifts when you are about to stand, the specific sound of your keys versus every other sound in the house. But here is what matters most. They do not study everyone this way. They study the person who matters most, because that person controls the emotional map of their entire day. Your routine becomes their routine. Your patterns become their predictions. Your smallest movements become a language they spend years learning to read fluently. This is why your dog ignores another person walking through the house, but responds the moment you move. Your movement carries meaning. Everyone else is background noise. While you are simply living your ordinary life, your dog is quietly building a private dictionary. A dictionary made entirely of you. Not because they are obsessive, because understanding you is how they feel safe. 5. They choose you when they are uncertain. Something strange happens in the room. A sudden noise outside. A new object that was not there yesterday. A visitor at the door who feels unfamiliar. Your dog looks at it first. That is instinct. That is normal. But then, they look at your face. Not the noise, not the object, not the visitor. Your face. And in that moment, they are asking the most important question they know how to ask. Are we safe? Your response becomes their answer. If your body stays relaxed, their alarm begins to lower. If your voice stays calm, they start to settle. If you move with confidence, they follow that confidence like a compass finding north. This is not your dog being timid. This is not weakness. This is the deepest form of trust a dog can show. It means their brain has quietly collected evidence over months and years. Every calm moment, every safe walk, every time the world felt uncertain and you helped them through it. All of it built a case. This person's judgment can be trusted. And that is not something dogs give freely. It is something they give slowly, carefully, through 1,000 ordinary moments that most owners never even notice are happening. So the next time your dog looks at your face before deciding how to feel, understand what that glance actually means. You are not just someone in the room. You are their answer. 6. Closing and key lesson. So now you know the 5 things. The glance across a crowded room, the greeting that takes over their entire body, the vulnerability they only show in quiet moments, the private dictionary they have been building from your smallest movements, the way they look for your face when the world feels uncertain. None of it is random. All of it is chosen. Your dog did not bond with you because you fed them first. They did not choose you because you were simply there. They chose you through thousands of ordinary moments. The way you come home, the way you touch them, the way your presence makes difficult things easier to survive. And here is what that means. You are not just their owner. You are their safe place, their emotional anchor, the center point of their world. That is not a small thing. Most people go their entire lives without being chosen that completely by another living creature. So the next time your dog glances back to find you, let it land. The next time they press against your leg for no reason, feel it. The next time they sigh and go still beside you, understand what is actually happening. Your dog is not just resting. They are showing you, out of everyone in the world, they chose you. And that is one of the quietest, purest things an animal can ever say.